Alright, it is time for another Real Talk. What's your beverage of choice? I suppose it depends on the time of day. Ha! That's ridiculous, no it doesn't. I have my coffee, I hope you have something as well. This will be my second episode of Real Talk where we just sit down, I cover a few announcements, and then we get into some juicy, just chit-chatty kind of stuff, so stick around, relax, let's spend some time together. Alright, so announcements first. I need to drink this coffee. Okay, so with my new schedule, I upload Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. However, Sunday, I suddenly realised it is Christmas Day. So, oh, that's uncomfortable. Sort it out. It's better. We'll be on Christmas Day, so what I'm going to do is I want to vlog Christmas Day, and to give myself a little bit of time off for the Christmas season, I'm going to have this one, I'm going to have a collab with Scott on my channel coming up, which I think went up before this, and then you won't get a video on Sunday, you'll get it on Monday, which will be the Christmas Day vlog. So yes, I hope you all have an amazing Christmas, and I will see you the day after Christmas. And it depends on what time zone you're in, it could upload and it could still be Christmas Day technically for you. I want today's Real Talk to be about what I did mention in my bucket list video, that we will be settling down in 2017, along with so many other things that are going to be happening. So if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend to catch yourself up. So yeah, the big overall aim for 2017 is to save money and get a place in Europe for a year and use that as our base so we can still go traveling, we can explore a lot of Europe in detail, but it also means more freedom for us as well, which sounds really weird. Like, I never thought I'd be at a point where I'd want to settle down, and it's weird because it's not that I want to settle down, because I want to do more traveling than ever. I don't know how to say this because it's going to sound weird, but it's finding that balance where I can have a place to live and come back to, but also go and travel. So we've been looking at a lot of apartments basically, just to give ourselves an idea of rent prices. We're reading a lot of blogs from expats who are living in different countries. We haven't decided a country. We've been looking at certain countries, I'll just say that. So the first thing would be is to work throughout the year and save up an X amount of money, which I've set up a savings goal in my bank. So 2017, we're going to be kind of scaling back on a lot of our life. So the next place we move to after this, we'll probably get a cheap studio apartment, just because it will slash the price of our rent in half, which means we can put that money into our savings, which means we get to Europe quicker. And we've just kind of we always live to our means, but we just kind of live month to month, and whatever comes in that month is kind of how we live and how we travel, depending. Like, November and December can be great for income, especially for YouTubers, because ad revenue goes through the roof. All the companies shove tons of money into Google Ads and YouTube and all that, because they know this is the time they want to spend their budget and get all the sales. January comes around and February comes around, no one gives a crap, like no one's got any money, no one wants to buy anything, so as we make money off ads, it's a lot lower. So month by month I get a different amount paid. It depends on how we live. So the thing is, with a studio apartment, the only reason I am really against staying in a studio apartment is because we work from home. Now, a studio apartment's fine if you're out 8-9 hours a day and then come back. But if you work from home, both of you, and you want your space as a couple anyway, and you don't want to have to go out to get away from each other, if this makes any sense, let me know if this does. Having a separate area, I always get up super early. Scott always gets up after me, which means I really like to get up and just be on my own whilst I wake up, have my coffee, get onto my emails and start work. And a studio, you can't do that. But then I thought, right, the big aim is to have, and I'll talk about what is in our head of what the apartment in Europe will look like. The quicker we save the money, the quicker we achieve our goal. So we're just gonna have to suck it up. I'll go to co-working spaces and deal with it. It's not the end of the world. And it just takes me back to when I was at home having to save for travel. And I knew the more I cut back was the more I could save, and the quicker I could go traveling again. So that was, he's editing one of the collabs we did today. Hilarious. Literally 2 collabs we did. Too funny. And that's what it's all about, and it kind of fixes into, like, when people say, you know, how do you save for travel? It's like, it's got to be your priority. It's got to be your priority, travel, or you'll never save for it. So you've got to save a lot of money to go traveling, just like you got to save a lot of money if you want to get a 12-month lease on a place. You know, you've got the deposit, you've got to set up your own internet, you've got to maybe semi-furnish the place, or even if it's furnished, you've got to get bedding and pots and pans and things like that. It takes a lot of money. So it has got to go up on the priority list if we're ever going to get it done. Now, the apartment we want would be a 2-bedroom, so we can have guests over, family, friends from back home, and that's great because we could fly people out to see us and spend time with them and have a room for them. In an ideal world, and I'm not saying in our budget, because we have an idea what our budget could be in Europe, but we're not fixed on it because we don't know what our earnings are going to be when we move. So that will evolve, and you got to roll with that. But what I've got in our head, I'd love to have like 2.5 bedrooms in the apartment. So 2 bedrooms fine, and then the third one, even if it's small, I can turn into a study. I'm very much a person that likes to have a space that I can pace on my own in silence. I can talk to myself out loud, and I can just hide myself away in a room and do work, scream at the top of my lungs, throw the laptop against the wall if I need to. You know, I just like to have that space. I don't know if that's realistic. I think we might have a big shock. There's only so much you can see online, so the prices you see online might not be the price when you get there. Being foreigners as well, you're gonna be paying more. And it's weird how excited, because I denied it to myself for so long that I wanted to stop traveling so radically, and it's been the best 3 years. It'll come on to 4 maybe by the time we get to Europe. 3-4 years of my life. This past year has been absolutely coconuts, I swear to God. I have absolutely loved the traveling and how we've been traveling and living like that. However, it's not sustainable. It's not a sustainable lifestyle when you work. You can't travel that much. And it's very difficult having to live out of a backpack. So for example, I'm not big into owning possessions, because you can't be when you're a traveler. You really can't be. You can only carry what can fit in a bag, and I love that. That's taught me so much. It's taught me so much over the years, which hopefully I'll carry with me my whole life. The things that you need are right there with you. The people, you know, my passport, my bank card, you know, just the very bare necessities, and a few changes of clothes. I'm good. I don't need anything else. But it gets to a point where, business-wise, I'd like to own more. For example, I'd like to have an office or a studio where I can film videos, and maybe I get some nice panel lights. Maybe I get a nice tripod. You know, little things like that, which would help me in my video production, or maybe some props and we can do some funny videos, or I get some really cool tech. But the moment I get tech or accessories, it's a struggle to carry it with me. But I don't want to get rid of it, but I have to get rid of a lot of it. And don't worry, I don't throw it away. I actually give things to other people because I can't. And it's really frustrating. It's not like I don't have a place where I can put equipment, that I can upgrade my equipment, that I can get new things. And it's getting to the point of, it's just getting ridiculous. Another thing is, we're kind of getting not bored, but bored of Asia, if that makes sense. I love Asia. We both love Asia. But if you've ever been to Europe, you know there's a special something about Europe. And we miss it terribly. We just want to change. We've been living in these kind of countries for so long now. I don't know, we just fancy a change. And Europe is so diverse, and oh, it's different. You've got the Alps, you've got canals, you've got beautiful beaches and islands. Oh, you've got history. Oh, the history, the food. Oh, I want to go back to Italy. I'm not living in Italy, by the way. We cannot afford that. Unless you know a really cheap city in Italy, which I doubt. Yeah, and plus, for what I said in my travel bucket list video is I want to create my own product, which is more than merchandise, and I know exactly what I want to create, and it would involve me setting up like a whole new business, and even possibly, if I wanted to really make it really work, really big, hiring people, hiring staff. It's just so exciting to me, and there is no way I can do that with the lifestyle I'm living. There's no way. It's impossible. And no, I'm not telling you what it is. I've wanted to do it for years. Well, like, okay, the past 2 years, say. Past year and a half, 2 years, I've had this idea. There's a gap in the market, and it's really annoying me that someone could come along and fill that gap, but I cannot jump on it until I have a stable place to live, where I can work from. If I have to hire staff, it will involve me ordering in a lot of product, packaging, and all this kind of stuff. and all the logistics. And it's just frustrating when I want to do a project, but the lifestyle, it's weird. Because the lifestyle, by the way, don't think I'm complaining about my life. I've got a great life. I'm loving life. But these are just, you know, it's just not working anymore for the stage I'm at. It's like I have this idea and I really want to do it. And every time it's like, yeah, you kind of need a home for that. Yeah, you kind of need to settle down for that. You kind of need a workspace for that, or you might need to hire staff for that. And it's like, it's very frustrating. But it's very frustrating. But the funny thing is though, the lifestyle I've been living has led on to the life I have now work-wise. And now I've got to like switch it all up. Cats are vibing. I've got to switch it all up. You guys seem to really be enjoying the content on my channel right now. And I am loving making it for you. I actually really enjoy these real talks. I really enjoy these real talks. Yeah, I don't know, just when we used to go on trips from Chiang Mai, we used to love getting back to our apartment because we just get at the airport, jump into a Sontao. We knew exactly what the address was. That sounds weird, but as a traveler, you're always staying somewhere new. So you're like, oh, what's the address? I've got it on my phone, I can never remember it. We knew the address of our place, we knew exactly where it was, we knew how to get from the airport to that place, we knew how much it would cost. And we just walked in and dropped our bags, and we had a home, we had all our stuff still, we just took hand luggage and this, you know, and that was really nice. And it's just part of the journey. It really is just part of the journey. This year, I think I'm going to be doing another real talk before the new year, talking about what we've accomplished this year, and I say we because I genuinely mean we. What we've accomplished this year, and just looking back and also looking forward in a bit more detail. But yeah, I thought it's becoming a really long video. I thought I'd just jump on and talk about the whole settling down thing. So exciting. If any of you have moved abroad to Europe, especially as an English person, being able to speak English, because there will be a language barrier unless we go and live in the Netherlands, because most people do speak English there. If you know anyone or you live somewhere, then please let me know what you think of where you are or where you've been. Obviously we can't spend time in Western Europe, you know, like Italy and all these kind of Germany. I think they're just going to be way too expensive. We have looked into like Portugal. I know that's quite hot and happening now for digital nomads. Still looks quite expensive though. We've looked into Hungary. That might be on the list. Budapest. Yeah, so if you live in Europe or you've moved to Europe, then please let me know your story, how you found like the cost of things, the transition into things, opening a bank account, the language barrier, you know, things like that. If you got any stories, I'd really, really appreciate it and love to hear them. But yeah, I'm going to go because I've been rambling way too much. Hope you enjoyed this little update and we got to chat again. I will be doing another real talk, I think, before the new year, hopefully. And yeah, I'm not going to see you now till literally the day after Christmas. Oh my god, I hope you have an amazing Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, then have an amazing Sunday. Whatever you're doing, if you feel alone, know you're never alone. I know a lot of people spend Christmas alone and they think they're the only ones. You're not. Come and watch my videos. Come on, come sit down and binge watch my videos or do something and just smile. It's just another day. If you don't have good Christmases, it's just another day, alright? You're not alone. I'm here, we're all here. That's all I can say really. And if you're gonna have a good Christmas, have a good one. And I will see you on Boxing Day. Alright, I love you loads if you've made it this far through the video. Fucking fair play. I'm just rambling. Alright, Merry Christmas everybody.